Shalawam, Shalawam, Yasharala, this brother Orion, back with another edifying lesson through the power and spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS who ruled well and brought out this truth, and peace and blessings to the sincere Akim and the sincere Akwathium. I heard teaching and listening in all humbleness and quietness to you, I say Shalawam. Alright, I want to start this lesson by saying Salakia, man. I've been caught up in a lot of things as in moving, man, and getting adjusted into this new place or whatever. So, I ain't making no excuses, but Salakia, brother, for not pushing these lessons out, man. I'm gonna keep it funky, man. But hey, through the power and spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawah, the Lord ain't done dealing with me, man. And I'm gonna continue to, you know, uh, use the spirit to edify, man. You know, it be like that sometimes. Anyways, man, I want to speak on the coronavirus, man. We all know that it started in China by way of them filthy ass Moabites, eating bat soup and shit. You know, that's why this world has to be translated to the Israelites, man. Or the kingdom has to be translated to the Israelites under Yahawah Bahasham Yahawah, man. You know, because when the righteous are in authority, man, and we ain't we not gonna let nobody eat bat soup, man. All right, pork days gonna be over with. You know, dare somebody to try to pop a shrimp or crab in their mouth in the kingdom of heaven, man. Hey, your ass gonna be put to death, man. You gonna get beat, then put to death, man. All right, because the Lord set up, the Lord didn't set up these laws for no reason, man. You know, He didn't set the laws at all because, hey, man, I'm gonna put this out there, and y'all can decide whether y'all want to live like this or not. No, the Lord put these laws. That's the law. These are the laws of life, man. You know, these are what leads to a healthy life, man. And most importantly, righteousness in the eyes of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawah, man. You know. But yeah, you got Moab over there, and this all by way of Yahawah, man. Yahawah gave the word for this coronavirus uh, uh, to be manifested throughout the planet Earth, man. And it's getting worse and worse. It's not gonna get better, man. You know. All right, so with that being said, man, I got this article right here by CBS News. All right, by CBS News. Coronavirus spreads to Wisconsin as hundreds more Americans return to U.S. from outbreaks epicenter. This was today. All right, 2:57. All right. Health officials in Wisconsin confirmed its first case of coronavirus Wednesday, raising the total number of cases in the U.S. to 12. Earlier, 100 more Americans evacuated from the city at the center of the outbreak landed in California. The two planes carrying about 350 people in total arrived at Travis Air Force Base in Northern California and Marine Corps Air Station, Miramar, in Southern California. All the passengers will spend up to 2 weeks under quarantine in California while they are monitored for symptoms of the potentially deadly new virus. All right, the Lord bringing plagues upon this earth, man. Just like recently last year, the end or during the summertime of last year, you had a lot of people that was uh, uh, getting infected by that man-eating bacteria that was in the waters, man. You know, whatever the Lord has put out there to be out there, you can't do nothing about it, man. All right, and I'm gonna hit some precepts after I, read this article. As of Wednesday morning, the death toll from the virus stood at 492, at 492, virtually all of them in mainland China, with more than 24,000 others infected. As CBS News correspondent Rami Inocencio reports, all 65 of the deaths confirmed between Tuesday and Wednesday were from China's central Hubei province, where Wuhan is located and where the evacuated Americans have been staying. All right. And the Lord letting these devils just, wipe their own kingdom out, man, because you got these devils, man, they accepting infected Americans back in, or even if they not infected Americans, they accepting Americans that was around this virus back into the States, man. So it ain't nothing else for the virus to do but multiply and spread. All right, an American was one of 10 passengers on a Japanese cruise ship that tested positive for the coronavirus. That individual and the others infected were transferred Wednesday to a Japanese hospital. Thousands of other passengers remain quarantined on the ship. Can you imagine that, man, being quarantined on a ship, man? First and foremost, isolated on a ship. Then you around thousands of other people with Lord knows, man, who has the virus, man, that's around you. All right, this was updated 33 minutes ago. Wisconsin confirms new coronavirus case. Health officials confirmed Wednesday that the new case of coronavirus in Wisconsin, and the 12th in the country. The patient is an adult isolated at their home, but state health officials will not say where they are located, their age, or any other details. And I wonder why, man. That'll cause chaos quick. All right, more details about the person's location will be coming later from the local health department, said Dr. Ryan Westergaard, Chief Medical Officer in the Department of Health Services, Bureau of Communicable Disease. The person was never hospitalized but was evaluated and tested at the University of Wisconsin Hospital in Madison. Westergaard said the person who tested positive came in contact with a confirmed case while traveling to mainland China. These devils, they letting them back in, man. The Lord is putting it in Esau's heart, man, to destroy himself. Hardening his heart at the same way that he hardened Pharaoh's heart, man. All right. The person who tested positive came in, and mainly within the past 2 weeks, he said the risk to Wisconsin residents in general is extremely low. He said, and Esau gonna do that, just to keep it calm, man. All right, and this is an article from the day also. I don't know if this is the one that I want though, man, but this speaking on how the World Health Organization deemed the coronavirus an outbreak, man, or an emergency, man. All right. I'll start right here. World Health Organization officials are holding a news briefing Wednesday to provide updates on the new coronavirus outbreak. The virus has now killed more than 490 people worldwide and infected over 24,000 people in more than 24 countries, including the U.S. The World Health Organization declared the virus a global health emergency last week. All right, a rare designation that helps the the international agency mobilize financial and political support to contain the outbreak. Amid news reports Wednesday that a research team in Zhejiang University, Zhejiang University had found an effective drug to treat people with the new coronavirus. All right. The World Health Organization urged caution. There are no known effective therapeutics against this 2019 NCOV. All right. So it's not really no known cure for this virus, man. World Health Organization recommends enrollment into a randomized controlled trial to test efficacy, and safety. The agency said Wednesday a master global clinical trial protocol for research and prioritization of therapeutics is ongoing at the World Health Organization. All right, the U.S. government has implemented travel restrictions. And what's that, man? That's the scripture speaking of man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. All right, I got all these lined up, through the power spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Rawchaa. I'm finna get in them as soon as I finish this. All right, and issue federal quarantine orders in response to the outbreak for the first time in about 50 years. Health officials said last week flights from mainland China are being funneled through 11 U.S. airports. Officials said where all passengers are being screened for symptoms. Travelers from Hubei province are being quarantined for 14 days. All right, and then you got to remember, man, Russia just closed their borders, all right, not too long ago on between them and China, man. All right, so I'm gonna start out right here. Second, we're gonna get straight to the point, man. Second Ezra 15 and start at 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right, so we ain't got no reason to be. That's why the Lord said, fear not the imaginations against thee. All right, the ones who got faith, the ones who retaining the knowledge and knowing Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawah, you have nothing to stress about. You have nothing to worry about, man. Don't be unfaithful, because the unfaithful is going to die in their unfaithfulness. All right, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Babylon's mainly speaking about Babylon, man. It says right here in Revelations, the 18th chapter, in the 5th verse, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. So all that sinning, man, that Jake, first and foremost, because that's who where the issue lies at, man, with the Israelites, man. Did Jake think they getting off with, then the heathen nations that they think they getting off with, hey, man, y'all capped out, man. It's all capped out. Y'all done did all y'all could do. Y'all done pissed the Most High off, man. Ari and his son, man. All right. Jump down to Jump down to the 10th verse. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Hey, man, this coronavirus ain't the only plague that's finna hit, man. The Lord said plagues, plural. All right? Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. All right? They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail. You got farmers giving up land and going on strikes, and it's a famine that's finna hit, man. On main crops, corn and vegetables and things like that. You got a famine on chicken, you know. All right. For their seed shall fail through the blasting in hell and with the fearful constellation. All right. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's what's going on now, man. You know, all around the world, and you got that expression in the world that says, "Save the best for last." That's what the Lord is doing, man. That's why everywhere else surrounding Babylon is getting hit besides Babylon, man. Because that's the finale. All right. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. What do you think the people are doing in these riots, man? The Yellow Vest movement, man. You know? What you think our people is doing down there in Venezuela? That's them not regarding their kings, man. Kings is your authority, man. You know, your government officials, man. In today's for lack of better terms, man. All right, verse 17 is the point. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Because of what, man? You know? Right now you got this coronavirus going on, man. It's gonna get real more hectic, man, and more bloody, man. All right. You know? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. The man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that famine is coming, man. All right? That famine is definitely coming, man. From there, I'm going to jump to Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nation, this, you know, it's good to always hit back on these scriptures, man, because now we really seeing them play out, man. All right. As to where for the longest it was, okay, the Lord said this and we believe it. Now the Lord's showing us, man. All right, Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences. The coronavirus is a pestilence, man. Let's look that up real quick. Alright, Salaki, I can't pull it up right now, but pestilences are diseases, man. You know, uh, uh, outbreaks. You know, all right, and earthquakes in different places. You got earthquakes every day. Cuba, Jamaica, uh, Puerto Rico been getting hit crazy with earthquakes, man. The Lord ain't just talking. These things ain't just happening for nothing. You know what I'm saying? From there, I'm gonna jump to Ezekiel 6 and 12. All right, he that is far off shall die of the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword. And he that remaineth and is besieged shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. Then shall ye know that I am Yahawah, when their slain men shall be among their idols round about their altars, upon every high hill and all the tops of the mountains, and under every green tree, and under every thick oak, the place where they did offer sweet savor to all their idols. So will I stretch out my hand upon them and make the land desolate, yeah, more desolate than the wilderness toward Diblath, in all their habitations, and they shall know that I am Yahawah. All right, the Lord's doing this for his name, man. That's why we do these lessons for the Lord's name. Yahawah, why Yahawah, man. You know, because these people, hey, the world will know Yahawah and Yahawah again, man. You know, that this goddamn devil done got off and covered the faces of the judges. The main judges, the main judge is Yahawah. And right after Yahawah is Yahawah. And what they do, they cover the faces of them by how painting them as a so-called white man. All right. But the Lord, this is a instrument of war. You know, this coronavirus. Or not an instrument of war, so to say, more of an instrument of destruction. All right. I got two more scriptures, man. I'm going to close out, man. I don't want to hold brothers up for too long, man. Jeremiah 14 and 12. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. Or Salakia, Jeremiah 14 and 11. Then said Yahawah unto me, pray not for this people, for their good. All right. So we ain't supposed to be praying for these people that's going through these things, man. The Lord ain't sent judgment upon Tom and the judgment missed Tom and hit John. You know what I'm saying? No, it hit Tom. That's who it was supposed to hit, man. All right, when they fast, I will not hear their cry. When they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. And that's what the Lord is doing now, man. And like I said, it's going to be more pestilences than just the coronavirus, man. All right. And I'm going to end out right here, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. I love going to this right here. All right, start at the top. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to turn it back, man? All right, lest happily you be to fight against the Most High, roughly paraphrasing that scripture. All right. Verse 4, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? All right. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may any one quench the fire and stubble when it had begun to burn? No, you can't do that. So how is you going to stop the plagues of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Nobody. Yahawashi can't do it. You know? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? All right, jump down to the 14th verse. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? All right, so this is an instrument of the Lord sending destruction, man. Sending death upon the earth. All right, judgment. That's what it is, judgment. All right. I just wanted to hit on this real quick, and I want to end out this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory, which is due to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS who ruled well and brought out this truth. Peace and blessings to the sincere Aki and sincere Akwati. I'm out here listening and teaching this truth to you. I say Shalawam.